Those things where I understand life happens. I'm not the forefront of your mind, and that's okay.
I agree with that point
We
of
can take
personal space.
space
Yeah.
away from
I
each
don't-
other and still
Same.
be alright.
I don't hold grudges for people for stuff like that.
Same.
When them would all like reach out to her and say, "Geez,
You know what's the worst
Mandy, a
time?
long time I'm gonna talk to you and I'm gonna dash away." I'm gonna say no.
No, I'm
I was
still
like,
here.
wait, I'm still here. You know, everybody is busy. Everybody.
Yeah, it's
and
all good.
wait, we're in the day and age now where people are juggling different tasks apart from just their regular 9 to 5s.
Precisely.
Them have different things to do in the day.
Yeah,
like
and
everybody's
everybody's getting
them
to big
family,
people life.
They might get them family, they might get married. We have to allow people space
Yeah.
for go through life.
You know, that's the weirdest thing. Sometimes I get those messages when I'm on the toilet, like a dash me, and I'm like,
Okay. But my thing is then
yeah, like,
my thing is that kind of thing annoys me because I know I'm the type of person where I like you. I do like my alone time. And sometimes I get overwhelmed going back and forth with people on the phone. So I take a break and I sit down and leave the phone alone for a while, and sometimes with how I am, I get, phases of obsessions with different hobbies. So I don't have the time. And sometimes you need to understand not everybody has this overwhelming desire to interact with you. Other things are more important sometimes. And I understand that as being the recipient of something like that because I'll be the type of person to execute that kind of an action. So not being in constant communication is not an issue.
well, I'm not compromising. I not eat shrimp. I not eat ackee. You
Oh
see
my
me?
God, I have that
I-
as a
I do not
compromise
want
and
it.
non-compromise as well. Food
Food.
preferences.
I do not
It's more
want
compromise
your
for me.
ackee. I don't want your shrimp. I don't want it. Do not share it to me. If you share it to me, it will go flying. I do not want your food. I do not want your shrimp. I don't want your ackee.
I say I have that as a
That's me personally.
compromise.
And saltfish. I don't want your saltfish, brother. And salt
none-
mackerel. I
He's
don't
not
want it.
Jamaican.
Please.
Okay.
Let it go.
My-
Let it go.
What do you mean let it go? No, bro, I
Non-
don't want it. I don't want it, bro. I don't want it.
Food is a compromise for me.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
for
not
me
a
as well.
I'm not a massive foodie. So
Keep
food is a
it.
compromise for me.
No, it's not-
Brandon is a foodie.
It's not, we're not compromising.
Yeah, that's what she said. It's a
I
compromise.
know. I'm
for
just
her.
commenting. I'm
Oh,
commenting on
It's-
yours.
It's a compromise for me as well, cause
Yeah, but hold on,
compromising
we're not-
has made me.
But we're not compromising now.
Yeah. So we just gonna skip. We just skip this out.
we're
As
no.
in-
we're
no,
just commenting
we're doing
on
okay.
yours.
We're doing the
Non-negotiables.
the non-negotiables. But because they said food, we have it as a compromise. So we just get it out of the way.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's
See?
a compromise
You see,
for
following
me.
rules that benefits everybody. Remember
I'm
what
just
Sir
saying
Candace
it's
say?
a compromise for me because compromising
Yeah.
on food has made me try things that I know really love. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
some things you not get me eat same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonfire pan shrimp youth.
Okay.
Fire pan like it and salt mackerel.
So
Fire.
something I'm not willing to compromise on:
Landing and thunder.
abuse
Fire.
and mistreatment.
But
Define abuse and
nobody
mistreatment.
should compromise on that. He doesn't hit you because he loves you.
Hold on. All right.
No, wait. Hold on to what?
Listen, this.
Okay,
I
man.
watched a play yesterday that described some of the workings of the inner city in Jamaica, right? And what it kind of shows is that some of the women they date the guys in the community, and even though they get licked down by the man, they still stay because they have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So not everybody is just so quick, just get up and.
Yeah, no, that's
right
a,
things.
no, I know.
But I understand money. I'm not saying it's right.
Me nah
I'm just not saying it's right.
compromise with
Yeah.
abuse and mistreatment.
No,
Let me
Yes,
tell
I
you
know.
something.
It's a no from me, dog.
These hands are rated E for everyone. As you as a man or a friend or don't ever in your cotton picking mind think that you can put your hands on me. I mean, I go lay down and take it. My mother never raised no wimp. And as much as I have never gotten in a physical fight before in my life,
See, okay.
if if me in a relationship with a
What if it's all right? I
gentleman,
was asking a quick question.
mm,
Quick question. Quick question. So what if it's like it's like you guys are in the heat of the moment. You guys are having sex, and him box you. Like what's the deal? I'm just asking a genuine question because you said abuse and mistreatment. So what
That's
if,
not
what
well.
okay, all right,
that's
then
what I'm saying.
pause.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You would have to have the conversation with the person then to know what you guys are willing to
Yeah.
carry into the bedroom.
If that's
Because
consensual
if that's
or not.
that's consensual. If that's a part of
Yeah.
sex,
Yeah, persons who
If
like
it's-
that.
yeah, well,
if
like
it's
get
agreed
yeah.
upon,
If-
then it's consensual.
Okay.
If you
But
just fly the
if
box
at
in
the
a Sheila face,
heat at the moment
no.
where we have a disagreement,
Oh, that
and
different,
you
that different,
decide
that different. Yeah.
for make your finger them touch my face or any other part of my body, I must just stand up there.
Okay.
I think,
And
oh,
I don't want to ever be in a position where anybody at all that I'm friends with or in my family or in a relationship thinks that it's okay to resort to violence,
Yeah.
when you're not getting your way. Even as a friend, I have never been in any kind of disagreements with my friend where there's a fight.
I think it's different for guys though. I don't know why. I think it's different for guys. I'm not saying that that's how that we resolve things, but sometimes the best way to resolve.
it's for fist it out.
Hold on, all right. Just hear me out.
Hey, then I go meet her up at you at the big clock and fist it out.
Just hear me out. I think it's different for everybody. Cause it depends on the relationship that you have with the person. If it's your friend and you know that, say for instance, they have an addiction or something. I've heard of stories where them friend have an addiction and them break out of it.
Them beat
So like they will be like, yo brother, if you're not going to break out, we have to go thump it out. Cause
wow.
me and you are bridging.
Beat out the addiction and thump
I've
out the
heard of stuff like that.
addiction.
That's like a parent beating a child for them not
I
understanding
beat the light,
something.
beat the light, the liardness out.
I'm not saying I've heard of stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's whole. I'm not saying is it a healthy way? No. Does it work? I don't know, but I just know that it's something I've heard
abuse
of.
of any kind is a no go.
Yeah.
Whether it's emotional or physical, and I hear that emotional abuse can sometimes be worse than
a physical.
physical abuse. I've never encountered
An emotional abuser.
an emotional abuser.
May you never encounter one.
I don't know. And
But how would you know? How would you know though?
my thing is though, we always say, you never know until you're in it. No, me no. Because certain foolishness me not stand for.
Yeah.
Like people calling you out of your name in the middle of an argument, then to come back and say,
But
"Oh,
that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry, I
But
didn't
that's the
mean
thing.
it."
I don't have interactions with people like that.
That's what me I
That's
say.
good.
That's why them will tell you say,
That's why
oh,
when
you
you
never
do
know
encounter it,
until
you know that it's
But
not
then-
right.
No.
I've never treated somebody in a way where my name is just out in an argument.
Right?
Ah,
And
yeah. Yeah.
I've never been around anyone,
Yeah,
not
I've never
even
been
in
around
my
anyone.
family or anywhere,
Like I choose my
that
friends wisely.
uses that uses emotional
Yeah,
abuse
yeah.
or mental abuse
And
or
I
physical
think
abuse.
Sometimes the shock of experiencing it once furthers the cycle for it to repeat again. Because it's the first time you're seeing it, you don't have an immediate response of, no, don't do that. And because you're still in shock and you're wondering, what really just happened? It gives them the chance to say like, okay, we can probably pile it on again because they didn't say anything about it because they're so in shock.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that's how it starts. When they in a one argument time just box across the face and you're just like, and you
ever
go
watch
sit
The
down and you go
Sopranos?
ponder. It's
Sopranos?
like, geez, I'm peace.
When him box her and she just hold her face for like 5 seconds. And then she just go
Well, what I would say is that when some person says when you're in there, you really know what's going on. Because as Candace said, if the love of your life, the man who you plan your life with on a day, and you burn up the rice and peas, and the man just shot to your box.
Yeah,
and
that is
you
no
would-
longer the love of my life.
You would have frightened. You would have fine.
Yeah, but not saying anything afterwards.
Afterward, that'll be the problem.
Is where, yeah.
But you would have fine because I don't know. But
Yeah.
if me burn up the rice and peas and my wife come box me would be like
out of nowhere.
I would have
You
been
never watched Maria's family reunion?
How do you
Yeah.
respond
With
to
the
that?
grits and the frying pan?
I would have been like, I'm like, what did I?
If me
I
burn
just-
up the rice and peas and you lick me because I eat,
Yeah.
and you face me and put in the pot, you know? You can take that out, don't.
I
So-
think,
must have raised words of
I agree.
Okay,
with
what's yours?
the abuse thing. Mine would be lying/pranks. I don't. They're kind of on equal footing for me.
I'm not really with pranks.
What do you mean? Like
No.
you're compromising on it?
No, non-negotiables. That's what we're at.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah, I
You know,
don't,
see me look when you come and say,
yeah, I don't like.
I
pranks.
understand.
I would
I don't
never.
like
I would
pranks, yeah.
never. I cannot stand pranks. It again comes back to my character trait in which I see no purpose in disrupting a peaceful environment. For what? A quick giggle?
Candace don't want nobody put near in our conditioner.
Do not. Don't.
Excuse me, near my conditioner.
Near.
Don't
Can you imagine
do
somebody put near in our
that.
I
conditioner?
tell you this, my locks mean nothing to me, but if it just comes off by you putting near my conditioner,
No.
brother, we're throwing hands.
No, I can't. I
We're throwing
cannot.
hands.
I cannot stand such infantile behavior.
Infantile. Jesus.
I did not take you onto myself as friend or etc. Exactly, friend, relative, or whatnot. I did not take you onto myself to now raise you, to now explain to you right from wrong, to explain to you that what you have done has hurt me and you wanted to do it because you wanted to laugh. We can laugh. Trust me, we can laugh.
Yeah.
But you're never coming back around me ever again. And
Yeah,
it's
I'm
for
not-
and even for even the simplest of pranks, I have absolutely no tolerance for.
Yeah,
Because I would never do that to you. You sit down
Yeah,
nice
I'm
and
not
peaceful over there, so, and you ask me for a cup of water and come bring me a cup of vinegar. Don't play with me.
Let
do
me
not
tell you
play.
vinegar
something.
is crazy.
If I
It
ask you for a
is.
cup of water and you give me
vinegar.
A cup of
Vinegar.
vinegar?
Nah, brother, we're throwing hands. We're throwing
Can't,
hands.
like, I remember back in the day.
I don't like pranks like that though.
I can't. Back in
It's
the
like
day
the
in
bacon
high
and
school,
bacon thing.
Yeah.
there was this guy that I was talking to, and he would prank. He would prank me and say like, "Oh, we're breaking up, or I don't think we want to
Joking.
do this anymore." And I'm just like, "Okay, fine, let's not do this anymore." He's like, "No, it's a prank, it's a prank." I'm like, "No, we're not doing this anymore because you think it's a joke thing. You take me as a mascot, you take me
People
as an
would make
idiot."
serious joke
No,
Yeah.
if there's
If
ever a
you-
thing, as we like to call them, like, oh no need for
No, if you want to
Stop.
play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes.
Exactly.
I will double down on your prank and leave you there to laugh by yourself because that's what you want.
pranks.
You want to
are-
laugh? Go
I
and
think,
laugh.
I think personally for me like pranks, I never really like them, and
I've never really experienced them like that either.
yeah, same.
I
So-
despised all the prank channels
I think
on
I think,
YouTube
I think
because they were so irritating.
I think-
Unstaged. Give us something else.
I think Candace and
Especially
Mandy
for the-
know like
for the
I'm always with the
people-
foolishness, but I think pranks.
No, Brandon, you see,
Yeah.
me always up for the shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm always up with the foolishness, bro. But
I'm
prank-
always with the foolishness.
prank-
But
no,
I
No.
draw there. I draw
No.
a big line with a piece of chalk when it comes to pranks.
chalk zone.
upsetting people's peace for no other reason than a
Yeah.
laugh is annoying to me, and I find it to be the height of disrespect. You don't respect that person's peace whatsoever.
And when you don't see the wrong in what you've done, it makes people
And then
even
you want to
more
get
angrier.
upset with me because I'm upset with you for the foolishness you chose to do. I've chosen to be upset. And I'll step back. I've chosen to be upset. And you no longer have any part and parcel with my life.
All
You
right.
made your decision.
So what we are compromising.
Yeah.
Alex, I'll go first again.
Yeah, because you did volunteer yourself the last time before that, so that's why I'm just keep on point on you.
No, it's because we're the non-compromising ones.
Mhm.
They seem to hit home. I'm compromising. I've compromised with how I learned that not everybody thinks how I will think, and not everybody approaches life as logically as I would. Most persons are emotionally available to let life kind of do its thing. So I have compromised in learning that not everybody makes decisions.
Continue.
Yeah,
Continue.
I've compromised that not everybody makes decisions as logically and devoid of emotions as I will. Because I've asked persons why this something, how this something, and they're like, oh, I never did feel like doing it. I remember I heard that one time from like one of the youths. I asked them to do this and I didn't feel like it, and like my brain couldn't compute. And like,
The answer?
yeah, it couldn't like when people tell me that I didn't feel like it, I can't compute that.
Me
Like,
either. I
like-
feel like that's not enough of a
Yeah,
reason
that's not enough.
for
But
me.
like to me,
But
it's
then
more.
it is a reason.
To me,
It is a reason.
To me, how I view it is like, brother, that's not an excuse.
That's just a cop out.
And I've said it to somebody before, and they're like, no, I just didn't feel like it, and that's not an excuse. So I think my compromise with learning that persons, how I will think about things devoid of emotion and how they would with emotion, I realize that I just have to just learn how to operate and just give myself grace and give them grace before I jump and enact what my brain tells me to do. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Something that I am willing to compromise on is social activities.
You know, like road.
Huh?
You know, like road.
She also like her yard.
Yeah, but alright, here what me mean when I say social activities. I might like road, but not everything I road I like though.
Oh yeah.
And I love familiarity when it comes to certain like activities. It's the same thing I have with like watching a show. Like it's hard for me to start something new when I know say the last airbender is so fire. Like
Yeah.
why not just watch it again?
Yeah.
But with going to like try adventures and stuff like that, because I'm a very relaxed type of person, even when I go out some places, it will make me miss out on all those fun new stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm so, oh, we're going out, okay, let's go the usual Saffron, my favorite restaurant.
Oh, so you're not really an
And-
explorer.
Yeah. But I am willing to, if you said to me, say, hey, have you ever went to the place where
Jambalaya.
them do, yeah, like you were rock climbing? And I was like, no, but
I love to.
I'd be willing, yeah, I'd be willing to go and check it out. So I'm willing to compromise on, like, in that aspect of social activities, trying new things and getting new experiences.
Okay.
Because I can be very monotonous when it comes to
I don't think anything's wrong
things
with
like
that.
that. No, there isn't. But as I said, I'm willing, because I just me, my stubborn in my ways. Like
Yeah.
I know enough people won't find me if they be like, you want to go eat? And I was like, yes, Saffron. They won't fight me on it because it's my favorite restaurant. Versus somebody will come to me and say, you want to go eat? And my friends will do this with me. If they say, we should go eat. And before I could even open my mouth, they will say, we're
No,
not going to Saffron.
Yeah.
Which hurts, but at the same time,
It's your friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm willing to try new stuff with them and try new places with them.
A compromise for me is different energy levels. So you have your extroverts, you have your introverts, and you have people like me that sit on the fence as an ambivert. However, I am primarily introverted. You have some people that cannot stand the other end of the spectrum. You have introverted people who can't stand extroverts. You just always see them as so loud and obnoxious and attention seeking. And then you have the extroverts that can't stand the introverts because why aren't they loud? Why aren't they vibesy? Why can't they, jump on it and stuff like that?
I thought I
And then you have the ones that are attracted to the opposite.
Yeah.
thought I was extroverted until I met my boss. Yeah, he's on a different level.
You get me?
Brandon, you are an
You are
extrovert.
extroverted.
Introverted.
No, you're.
Extroverted.
Yeah, I know I'm extrovert, but I know I am.
Yeah,
but my
it's a-
boss, he's on another level.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah,
It's a spectrum.
yeah, he's on another
Right?
level, bro.
Like, another one that you're on. But
Candace, I don't have autism.
but anywho.
Stop telling people that.
Anyways, I can compromise on
I don't have the tism.
differing energy levels to a point because I know that whilst I can be extroverted when needed and when called upon, it's something you have to budget for. It's something I have to budget for. You get me? So if I know that I have to be at, say for instance, at an event where I'm going to have to be very involved and extroverted, just understand, say that if that's a Monday, understand from Tuesday to Friday, but don't want to see nobody. Tuesday to Friday might be a little bit more rough for me, but once given ample time, I can then put myself in a situation where it's just like, listen, we're gonna have to be oh so nice and bubbly today because X-friend requires that from you, and I will put myself in a position to make that happen.
Oh, you can
I'm willing to compromise for those kind of persons to put more pep in my step.
On Monday, you can't hold up your hand. You're them tired.
No, them can.
So you're from honors.
Because it's there.
But yeah,
Aren't your arms folded?
differing energy
Move
levels
your hand, man.
is something I can compromise on.
I understand that because
I can get behind
and this is speaking romantically, I'm extroverted and I'm not attracted to people that are extroverted. If you are a man and you're all over the place.
It's true, yeah. Personally, having a girlfriend
No,
that's
give me
loud,
my little quiet church mouse. More work with my quiet church mouse. Don't.
Yeah.
I don't want
Me
to have a
already.
girlfriend.
Sorry, see there? Me a joke. Me already have enough energy and vibrance for the two away.
I don't think I would have wanted. I never liked loud. I never liked loud girls.
Me
who
either. Never liked loud.
I mean, I could appreciate that if they were to moderate or be like the host,
Yeah.
that's fine. But if you
If that's-
generally go out and you're
That's you all the
out and
time.
talking, yeah, it's like I just be like, listen, man.
Oh, that's
I
a
know
lot.
I can do this, but I don't need you.
Oh, yeah, it's
competing
like
with
I
me.
do it enough.
Yeah, I do it enough to get by.
I do it enough for the two of us.
It's just exhausting for me, honestly.
What we're willing to not compromise. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we're willing to not compromise. Shit is slow.
You want me to go and give you some time to think?
No, I'll be no, yeah.
Or you're trying to think of how to say it?
Yeah. So I'm willing to not It's just me personally. Well, this just should be personal. I'm genuinely just willing to. If I'm dating a girl, I'm not going to compromise like hair. That's just me personally. Like you need hair on your head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was wondering, I was like,
where are you going with this?
Yeah, I need a girl with hair on her head. I don't mean like alright, so you see when they take off the braids and the weave. If you take off the braids and the weave and you look like Junker jaw breaks, you need or like your head front some centimeters gone.
What if she's suffering
Tread
from a medical
very lightly,
condition?
Alright, if
Brandon.
she's suffering from a medical condition, I can completely understand that. But I might not be attracted to you.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
Because you
That's-
say something
yeah.
in a compromise.
But hair
on.
is something that I'm not going to compromise on. Because I like girls with hair. But I like my girlfriend with hair. Yeah,
Okay.
I like girls with hair.
Understandable.
That's just me. But if you have a medical condition like alopecia or
Yeah,
you
that's
just do chemotherapy, that's different. That's different. But like if you just casually just choose to be bald, nah, brother, I'm not talking to you.
That's very similar to mine. This one may come from this extends to all my relationships, but it's more to a romantic one. If you can't dress,
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't care about your appearance, it's hard.
if,
It's
no,
difficult.
Especially when the edges don't look good.
I'm not compromising if you can't dress. Imagine me and you go road and you come out in a stripes and plaid.
Stripes unplugged.
It's a clown.
Stripe shirt and plaid shorts.
Come on, a graph sheet.
Please, no.
You know, like,
We
I want to see a
need
graph sheet.
little variety in a closet, man, and something. Air Force One is not the answer to all your problems, and neither is a desert clocks.
I want a desert clocks. Yeah.
You have money? You have money?
Yeah.
Money, you have pay money for it, you know.
I want a desert.
No.
I
But
want a
yes,
desert, yeah.
please, your appearance,
Yeah.
it may sound shallow for some people,
Yeah, it may sound
but
shallow, but-
for Mandy, appearance matters.
You know.
And that's something I am not. Appearance and hygiene,
Yo,
not
die on
compromising
that hill.
on it. Not compromising.
Yeah.
Why your fingernail them look like that?
The hair need to comb. If you're going
Why
grow
your
it
ear
out,
look like
comb
that?
it and keep it calm.
Why you're traveling on the road and your shirt full of so much oil? That is your judging shirt. You have judging clothes / yard clothes. I have goating out clothes. Separate them. Why you wear the judging clothes go
Out
on
on
the
the
road?
road.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Why
please,
you have 3 underpants and all 3 of them have hole?
and they're not even the same color
But
or the same brand. It
how you
just-
gonna know some underpants have whole money?
Because I can't see it.
Yeah, some of them
From that high?
Some of them sag their pants. And yeah, that is.
From that high?
Well,
Let me throw that in there. That's a non-negotiable for me.
don't, yeah.
Pants. Put your
Your
pants
waist is
on
not
your
down
waist.
here, so
On your waist.
nobody wants to see what the
Yeah.
Lord gave you.
That's a non-negotiable
Please.
for me. Put your pants on your waist, sir.
Please.
I wear my pants on my
And
waist.
make sure say you have breathing room into the pants.
Yeah.
Why it a cut off your circulation?
Yeah. It's Gentlemen.
My top all over when I walk.
gen- gentlemen, please. Let's attire ourselves. And you don't have to be going anywhere specifically to look decent, to look put together. You don't have to be going anywhere specifically. And sometimes when you're not going somewhere specifically, you don't overdo it and do too much and end up looking like a joke.
And also, I don't like when guys look like the TikTok stylists, them, the cargo pants, the graphic tee,
I don't mind.
and the Air Forces.
I don't mind the cargo
Listen,
pants
you have some
graphics.
people that have different styles,
Yeah.
and some things do work for some people, others do not.
I think I'm just a hater still.
Your closet is also not limited to black and white.
Yeah. But if that's your thing, though, shout out to
Jeez.
you.
I think
if
I'm,
that's
I think
your
I'm a
thing.
hater still when it came on to like the TikTok style.
Brandon, you're a hater for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think I'm a hater for that. Yeah. But I want a cargo pants too.
Something that is a non-negotiable for me.
Because their pockets, they're functional.
Go ahead.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
Right. They get the
We're
job
moving
done.
on. Something that's a non-negotiable for me is smoking of any kind.
How much you going?
I don't know, but
Fourth one.
Fourth?
yeah, we need
so
for wrap up a little bit. But yeah, smoking of any kind is a non-negotiable for me because it seeps into your surroundings. And you remember when Fabrice had this thing about going nose blind?
Nose blind. Mhm.
Smokers tend to go nose blind to the fact that everything now smells like it. And me personally, it gives me a headache, whether it's cigarettes or
Yo,
tobacco,
you
not
see,
tobacco or weed.
Your cigarette
It gives
smoke,
me a headache, so I can't do the smoking of
cigarette
any
smoke-
kind.
Cigarette smoke goes right into my chest, brother. I feel
Yeah, it makes
Secondhand
me
smoking.
lightheaded.
If I think I was talking to this one guy on the road, and I remember talking to him, and brother,
Oh
I
my
don't know
gosh.
what's in his cigarette.
I'm scared for their lungs,
Brother,
honestly.
I don't know what,
Yeah.
but my
Yeah.
chest was fighting.
Also for our health,
Yeah, it was
secondhand
Secondhand
smoke,
smokers, they
it's
tend to
not-
suffer more.
Yeah,
But I was
and you know your
fighting.
teeth. Your teeth is also something that suffers. and
Your
you know,
lungs, your teeth,
yeah,
oral cancer,
your
lung cancer.
fingers, the color of your
Please.
lips.
Take care of yourselves.
A lot is affected by the smoking, and it's not something that I am willing to negotiate on.
I mean, me not make you stand by.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand by and let you do
You
it,
can
nor am I
imagine-
going to stand up beside you and
You can imagine
swallow the
Candace
smoke.
bring
It's not gonna
somebody,
happen.
bring somebody home and
You know,
smoke.
you know what that reminds me of?
The water gun me have
The,
ready for you, see man.
The functional addicts.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Cause
Functional addicts.
drinking is on there for me too. Gambling is on there for me too.
Functional addicts. You tell yourself that, oh, I'm not addicted because you haven't
It hasn't
fallen
affected
off the
you.
way how others have. But that just simply means that you're a functioning addict.
Yeah. And it just simply means that
Does
it probably
not-
doesn't affect you, but it is affecting other people. You just haven't opened their eyes to seeing the
Open
repercussions.
the eyes of my heart, Lord.
But yeah, smoking,
Eyes of my
drinking.
heart.
If you have a drug,
I
drinking, and
wanna
gambling
say
problem,
yeah.
call Rise Life Jamaica.
I wanna say
They're
National
yeah.
Council
Of
Drug
Drug
Abuse.
Yeah, those things are. And you, whilst in
Or come
Peop-
visit your church and speak to
yeah,
your
pastor
local pastor or
ask who's a
counselor.
counselor. Some of
Yeah.
them aren't. Not all pastors
Yeah,
are
not- yeah,
counselors,
that's
but
true.
most pastors are
Our
counselors.
counselors, yeah.
Yeah, but even in, they might say in Christianity, drinking is not a problem. Drinking on to the point of drunkenness is a problem.
Is the problem.
For me, if drinking alcohol is a coping mechanism for you, I can't stay here.
Same.
I can't stay here.
Yeah,
Same.
If you are a
yeah.
avid
I've asked people
casual drinker,
Or you just smoke weed whenever you have a problem.
or whenever, not even that, if drinking or smoking is your hobby, you just do it when you have nothing to do.
That's not a hobby. You're an addict. Seek help.
No, I can't
Get
stay. I can't stay here. I can't stay there
I've
with
asked
you.
people that do, persons who drink, they say they drink to like all rough day,
Ease the
they drink,
pain.
or
Yeah.
like, I'm like, you're addicted. They're like, I'm not.
I don't know if you're
They
necessarily
always say that.
addicted.
And just tell them you're a functional addict.
My
and
thing is,
you are
if you
able to
drink
get
when you
help.
have a bad day, how often are you
bad
determining the
day.
days are bad?
You suppose the entire week was a horrible one.
Yeah, that's
Madonna-
that kind of something there.
And how much do you drink? Is it
Yeah.
like you're just taking a glass of wine?
One thing I've learned.
Or you done the whole buckle?
One thing I've learned, most people, if you ask them like how much you drink, and they tell you, I'm like, I'll say multiply it by 4, cause you can't, when people tell you that, I'll say multiply it by 2 or 4,
Yeah, if
cause the people really be emptying bottles out here.
if you drink to get drunk and you smoke to get high,
If you
that's what your aim is, your end goal every time you engage in this behavior, I can't say.
what I remember, I don't remember if it was Miss Thompson or one of our teachers in Andrews said, as an adult, if you look back on your expenses, check how much you're spending on drugs and alcohol. Drugs meaning like weed, cigarettes. We're just categorizing it.
Yeah, cocaine,
How much you're spending on those things
Heroin,
that you
LSD.
said you're not addicted to, and you
ayahuasca.
see what the amount is like.
Because these are expensive habits, people.
Exactly.
They're expensive.
And the thing with them is because they know that these are things that you can become addicted to, they're going to keep raising the price because you're going to keep coming
Yeah,
back
keep
for
buying,
it.
yeah.
It's like KFC, which some of you are addicted to
No,
as
brother,
well.
something there in a KFC, my youth. Something there in a KFC, brother. Something there in a KFC. My feet,
In a Jamaican
Yeah,
KFC.
something there in a KFC,
Something
brother.
in the
'cause
sauce. The 11 herbs and spices and not 11.
Yeah.
There is a 12th
There's a
one there
12th
that we
one
don't know
that-
about.
and it,
that
and
has the nation in a chokehold.
it white and it powder or something, brother. But something there in
we
a
don't
KFC.
know.
And
I'ma not try
I don't
find
un-
out.
Yeah, I don't understand
Nah,
it.
try find out. KFC, if you're seeing this, hey,
Yeah, hi. But like your wings.
we love
Yeah.
earrings.
And the thing
to
on them,
be
I get
honest.
small, when if you move
They
right.
are.
All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of This Great Space. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. Get to know him today. And if you don't know him,
You're
You're
moving,
moving
mad.
mad.
You're
and
moving-
don't compromise about it.
you're moving mad, bruv. Thank you guys all for watching this.
Grace space.
Oh, what that?
I'm hungry and I'm tired. That's what that is.
Thank you guys for watching this.
Grace space.
That's what we said a while ago.
No, start over.
No, I said
Because when I
grace
go on,
space.
this feeling
Mine
things,
did dry.
It ain't,
Mandy
My
dry.
mouth dry.
This.
Go on now.
Thank you for liking whatever.
Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. Get to know him today. And if you don't know him,
You're moving,
You're moving
mad.
mad.
moving mad, bro. Thank you guys all for watching this.
Grace space.
Bye, guys.
Bye.